So I watched maybe the perfect film to watch on a plane. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Hawkins, Grant, everybody. And as you can see, we are in a different place. I'm staying at my aunt's house. I'm in Utah. We have 3 reviews all today that I gotta get out really kind of quickly. So I've seen 3 movies now that I have not reviewed because jet lag is a bitch, and I have been kind of sick. But I've still seen these movies. One of which is an early review. Hi everyone. Drew, right on cue. What's up, buddy? And that movie is one that I'm a little late to the party on. This movie came out in March. I saw it on my flight, kind of in chunks, with the last chunk being on a streaming service at home because my battery died. But anyway, and that movie is the first of our movies today, The Lost King. The Lost King is directed by Stephen Frears. It is a British film. Was released in the U.S. in March in a somewhat limited release, and I watched it on my plane. So what is The Lost King about? Well, The Lost King is, I think I mentioned this already, but I'm just going to mention again, it's directed by Stephen Frears, who did things like The Reader and Philomena, and this is sort of a reunion of sorts with him and the Queen, and this is also his reunion with the writing team of Steve Coogan and Jeff Pope, who also wrote Philomena. And Steve Coogan, of course, is also in the film. So what is The Lost King about? Well, it's based on a true story. It centers on a woman named Philippa Langley. She is played by the great Sally Hawkins in another terrific performance. She is a woman suffering from ME and is in sort of a loving sort of friendship with her ex-husband, and they have two boys. It's the year is 2012, around there, 2012, and she works for a society that basically talks about Richard III, the king, the now official non-usurper king of England from 500 years ago, and but she's always believed that he was misunderstood, portrayed as a nephew-killing, hunchback villain, and she joins a society of like-minded people who believe that Richard was more than people let on. So, funny story, she's visited by the ghost of Richard III, which is in the form of an actor she saw perform in the Shakespeare play version. He is played... I want to find this actor. He's quite good. Harry Lloyd plays him. And Steve Coogan plays Philippa's ex-husband. And so he is leading her somewhere. That somewhere turned out to be a car park in Leicestershire, where underneath the car park, underneath all the rubble, is the remains of Richard III, buried deep down for 500 years. And finding the remains could also prove if he actually had a disability or not, and it could be the discovery of a lifetime. Despite bureaucratic red tape and chauvinistic interference, Philippa mounts an epic dig to find Richard, which changes her life and many others forever. Let the sweet-natured English drama begin. So, The Lost, and that's exactly what it is. So, The Lost King, like I said, I watched this on a plane. Came out in March of this year. It premiered last year at TIFF. I didn't know anything about it. I watched the trailer and I'm like, this looks pleasant. I watched it, and I didn't even realize that it was Stephen Frears directing it, who's a fine director. And yeah, I kind of love The Lost King. This is sort of a buried treasure. This one kind of got lost in the shuffle. It came out the same weekend as John Wick 4. It was never going to make it. I think it did better in England, but that goes without saying. I love this film. Sally Hawkins is terrific. As always, the whole cast is great. And is it like a hugely emotionally substantial, heavy movie? No, it's light as air. But it really is. So am I. We're seeing it tomorrow night, actually. We're going to have a review for that. I promise I'll get it on time this time. Sorry, it took so long. Elevation sickness is, or altitude sickness rather, is a real thing, and it's a bitch. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm actually seeing it with my father, Indiana Jones. First time seeing him in 7 years. That's a big deal. We're also seeing Asteroid City again, because he wanted to see Asteroid City. I'm like, I'll go see it again. we're not going to do another review, but I'll be happy to just see that movie again. So I loved it. Anyway, so yeah, this movie is wonderful. This is light as air. You know what it is? It's a great example of a movie you could take your mom to. It's like the perfect example of that kind of movie. Sally Hawkins is amazing. Like I said, Steve Coogan's great. It's not quite on the level of Philomena. There are some things. I do think that at times the strain of getting this movie to almost 2 hours shows. It does drag in places. And it does take a little while for the actual dig plot to kind of kick in. And from there, in the last 40 or so minutes, and the rest of it you're carried over by the characters and that you like them. But in the last 40 minutes, it gets really tense and actually kind of thrilling, trying to find Richard. But that being said, this is not a perfect movie, but it's a very good movie, and I feel like we can just end it there because we have a lot to do, and I kind of want to watch the Gotham Knights finale before I leave again. So, yeah, so that is all. We are going to end it there for now, and let's just score this guy. I'm not gonna go all the way. But I'm gonna go pretty far. I'm gonna give The Lost King 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a very gem. It's definitely an honorable mention for the year. I really dug it. It was a really sweet story, and yeah, it's on AMC Plus now, or also IFC On Demand. If you have IFC On Demand, definitely check it out. It is a gem. All right. So anyway, that is The Lost King. Oh, first and foremost, a trailer trash non watch on the plane. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Also, I guess we can do this. Let's do to make a long story short, because there was a short film that I watched on my flight that I enjoyed a bit too. It was produced by the airline. It was called Alone in Tombstone. If you look on my letterbox, I gave that film 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's 15 minutes long. It was pleasant. It was sweet. Short, sweet, to the point. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so that's it. That's Lost King. We'll be back right after this with an early review. The movie doesn't come out until Tuesday of Sound of Freedom, the latest from the team at Angel Studios. I got to see it early. I got to go to the red carpet premiere, which is why I'm here. So, and then also later today, in just a little bit, we will have finally, at long last, after several weeks of waiting, we will have a review of Past Lives. I literally just got back from seeing it with my aunt, so we will talk about that. And then I'm seeing a movie tonight. I cannot review it because it is not finished. It is a test screening. So we will talk about that when it actually comes out, and I can see the finished version because I will, go out and support it again when it comes out. And then tomorrow we'll have reviews of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Saturday we will have back-to-back reviews, maybe with some guests, maybe with some cousins, of the film Prisoner's Daughter, starring Kate Beckinsale and Brian Cox, as well as the documentary Everybody. We were seeing those tomorrow. Sunday night, me and some other family members are going to go see Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, so we'll have a review of that. Also, either before I leave or as soon as I get back, we'll end off the midterm with a review of the Netflix film Nimona. I've been really wanting to check that one out. And then also, we're going to try to, for early weeks of July before the stream, try to catch up on some movies from earlier this year that I missed, such as Close. I really want to check that out, the new Lucas Dant film. So yeah, and also, real quick, I want to address something while we have time. God is a Bullet. I had a ticket for it. For those who wanted that review, there were technical difficulties at my screening, so they couldn't do the screening. And then I've set it for the next day. Same technical difficulties, couldn't do the screening. Then I had to get on a plane. I looked at my show times. It is no longer at my theater. So we're going to skip God is a Bullet, sadly. For the first time in 2 years, I will have seen all but one movie at my theater. And I honestly, from what I hear about God is a Bullet, I don't think we're going to catch up on it. Maybe if you guys ask nicely enough, but it's 2.5+ hours and it looks dreadful. Just being honest, it does. It looks like just something that's going to make me mad. Anyway, but that being said, yeah, we have all that coming up, and that'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love all classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you hear noises in the background, I'm in a house with other people right now. So, anyway, yeah, leave a comment if you Instagram. I like waffles. It really helps out. One of my else reviews, listen to other fun stuff. You can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raise Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raising Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase. Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Or Raised on Popcorn rather. On Instagram, I'm at Raising Popcorn with Grant. And check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of The Lost King? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, which will be like right after this, because I don't have time for any longer, you're going to see a lot of me today, because I'm playing catch up. So, anyway, yeah, comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Me and my extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.